The room is quiet now, the kind of quiet that only comes late at night. The lights are low, and everything feels softer than it did a few hours ago. I can hear the faint hum of the house settling, the distant sound of a car passing far away, the gentle rhythm of my own breathing. I'm finally still. My body is resting on the bed, and the weight of the day is slowly easing out of my shoulders. This is the moment I wait for, even if I don't always realize it during the busy hours. This is the moment when I don't have to perform, or hurry, or explain myself to anyone. Tonight, I feel safe enough to speak honestly, without fixing my words or polishing my thoughts. I don't need to sound strong or faithful or put together. I'm just here, as I am, in the quiet. God, the night feels like a gentle cover pulled over my life. The darkness isn't scary right now. It's comforting. It hides the mess, the unfinished things, the questions I couldn't answer today. In this stillness, I can finally notice how tired I am, not just in my body, but in my heart. I let myself sink into the mattress a little more, feeling supported, held up without effort. There's nothing I need to reach for, nothing I need to prove. I can simply arrive here, in this moment, with you. I take a slow breath in, and another out. Each breath feels like permission to slow down. The night seems to whisper that it's okay to stop trying. I don't have to carry everything into tomorrow. Right now, it's enough just to be awake with you for a few moments before sleep takes over. I notice how my chest rises and falls, how the air feels cooler as it comes in through my nose, warmer as it leaves. These small details remind me that I'm alive, that I'm here, and that you are here too, even when everything else goes quiet. There's a sense of safety in knowing that nothing is expected of me right now. I don't need the right words. I don't need a plan. I can let my thoughts wander slowly, like they're floating instead of racing. The day has finally loosened its grip. I'm no longer reacting to messages or sounds or demands. I'm just present. I let the quiet stretch out, and instead of filling it with noise, I let it hold me. Tonight feels like an open door, gently inviting me to step into rest. I'm grateful for this space, this pause between what was and what will be. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but that doesn't matter right now. Right now, I'm here in the quiet, and I feel safe enough to speak, safe enough to listen, safe enough to rest. I let my body soften, my jaw unclench, my hands relax where they rest. The night wraps around me, and I know this is the moment to begin talking to you, not loudly or formally, but the way I would speak to someone who knows me well and isn't going anywhere. God, I'm here. That's all I have to say at first. I'm here in this quiet room, lying in bed, breathing slowly, letting the day fade. I don't come to you with a long speech tonight. I don't have a carefully structured prayer or the right phrases lined up. I'm just showing up, the same way I am, with the same thoughts and feelings still clinging to me. I don't need to clean myself up before speaking. You already see me, and that makes it easier to be honest. Tonight, I'm aware of how human I feel. I feel small in a comforting way, like I don't have to carry the weight of everything on my own shoulders. I imagine you near, not distant or towering, but close enough that I don't need to raise my voice. I don't need to impress you. I don't need to explain my worth. I can simply say hello, the way I would greet someone I trust, someone who knows my habits, my fears, my quiet hopes. So here I am, God. This is me at the end of the day, a little tired, a little worn down, still thinking about things I wish had gone differently. still holding on to moments that made me smile, even if they were small. I bring all of it with me, because I don't know how to separate the good from the messy. It's all part of who I am tonight, and I trust that you can hold all of it without being overwhelmed. I feel the simplicity of this moment, and it's a relief. There's no pressure to perform or to say something profound. I can let my words come slowly, unevenly, the way thoughts surface when the mind is finally allowed to rest. I notice how the room feels calmer now that I've stopped trying to fill the silence. I imagine you listening, not with impatience, but with the kind of attention that makes space feel warm. Sometimes I forget that I can talk to you like this. Sometimes I think I need to sound more confident, more certain, more faithful. Tonight, I let that go. Tonight, I speak as myself, not as who I think I should be. I speak from the place where my guard is down, where my heart feels open and a little tender. I trust that you meet me here, not because my words are perfect, but because you are good. I pause for a moment, letting the quiet sit between us. I don't rush to fill it. I imagine you here in the stillness, steady and calm, not needing anything from me. That thought alone brings a sense of peace. I feel less alone in this room. The night feels gentler now, like it's leaning in instead of pressing down. I take another slow breath, and with it, I feel ready to keep talking, ready to let what's inside me come out without fear. God, tonight I want to tell you what's really been sitting in my heart, not the polished version I might share during the day, but the honest one that only shows up when everything is quiet. Some of it feels heavy, and some of it feels surprisingly light. I've been carrying small worries that kept tapping at my thoughts all day. Little moments I replayed, wondering if I said the wrong thing or missed something important. I didn't realize how tired those thoughts made me until now, when I finally stopped moving. There are things I didn't finish today, and they linger in the back of my mind like open tabs I forgot to close. I feel a little restless about them, even as my body wants to rest. I tell you about that tension, about how it feels to want peace, but still feel pulled by unfinished business. I don't hide it. I don't pretend it doesn't matter. I lay it out simply, trusting that you understand this strange mix of exhaustion and concern. There were also moments today that stirred emotions I didn't have time to process. A conversation that left me unsure. A look, a tone, a silence that made me wonder what it meant. I didn't know what to do with those feelings at the time, so I tucked them away. Now they're resurfacing, gently but persistently. I tell you about them, not asking for immediate answers, just letting them be seen. It helps to know I don't have to sort them out alone. Tonight, I also notice the quiet joys that slip through the cracks of the day. A small laugh, a kind word, a moment when I felt understood, even briefly. These things mattered, even if they didn't last long. I hold them up in my thoughts, grateful that they existed at all. I share them with you like little discoveries, reminders that not everything is heavy, even on hard days. I admit to you that some things still confuse me. I don't always know what I'm doing or where I'm headed. Sometimes I feel like I'm guessing my way forward, hoping I don't mess things up too badly. That uncertainty can be unsettling, especially when I'm tired. Tonight, instead of pushing those feelings away, I acknowledge them. I let myself say, quietly and honestly, that I don't have it all figured out. As I talk, I feel my chest loosen a bit. It's as if naming these thoughts takes some of their power away. They don't disappear, but they don't press so hard either. I sense that you're listening without judgment, without rushing me along. That alone brings comfort. I don't need solutions right now. I just need to be heard. I let my words slow down, leaving more space between them. I notice how my breathing has become steadier. The room feels warmer, calmer. Sharing my heart like this feels less like a task and more like a release. I don't feel lighter because everything is solved, but because I'm not holding it all by myself anymore. And in this quiet exchange, I feel a gentle sense of relief, like I've set down a bag I didn't realize was so heavy. God, thank you for being here with me, even when the room is silent and my words run thin. I'm grateful that I don't have to fill every moment with sound for you to be present. Sometimes the most comforting thing is knowing that I'm not alone in the quiet. Tonight, that means more to me than any answer or sign. Just the steady sense that you are near, listening, staying. I notice how the silence feels different now. It's no longer empty. It feels full, like a soft space that holds me instead of swallowing me. I let myself rest in that feeling for a moment, not rushing to speak. I imagine you sitting with me in the dim light, unhurried, unbothered by the pauses. That image brings a deep sense of ease to my mind. Thank you for not needing me to explain myself perfectly. Thank you for understanding the things I struggle to put into words. Sometimes my thoughts feel tangled, and my emotions don't line up neatly. It's comforting to know that you see past all of that, straight to the heart beneath. I don't have to translate myself for you. I can just be. I'm grateful that you stay, even when I don't feel particularly strong or faithful, even when I show up tired, distracted, or unsure. Your presence doesn't depend on my energy or focus. That thought brings a quiet relief. I don't have to earn this moment. It's already given. I think about how often I rush through my days, filling every gap with noise or distraction. Tonight, I'm thankful for the stillness that slows me down enough to notice you. This quiet feels like a gentle invitation, not a demand. It reminds me that rest isn't something I have to justify. It's something I'm allowed to receive. As I lie here, I feel my body growing heavier in a comfortable way. My eyelids feel warm. My muscles are less tense than they were earlier. I take that as a small gift, a sign that letting myself be still is doing its quiet work. I thank you for that too, for caring about my body as well as my thoughts. I don't ask for anything right now. I simply acknowledge the peace that's settling in. I let myself enjoy it without guilt, without wondering how long it will last. This moment is enough. Your nearness is enough, even if nothing else changes. This quiet companionship is something I deeply appreciate. I let a few more moments of silence pass, breathing slowly, feeling the steady rhythm of rest beginning to take over. In this simple, wordless space, I feel held, and that feeling, more than anything else tonight, makes me grateful that you are here, staying with me in the calm, listening without needing me to say a thing. God, as the night deepens, I ask for your quiet love to surround me. Not in a dramatic way, but gently, like a familiar blanket pulled up around my shoulders. I don't need a rush of emotion or a sudden sense of certainty. I just want that steady, reassuring closeness that helps my heart slow down and my thoughts soften. I imagine your love filling the room, not changing anything on the outside, but shifting something within me. I picture it settling into the corners of my mind where worries like to hide, easing them without force. I let that image linger, feeling how calming it is to believe that I don't have to protect myself right now. I can rest. Tonight, I feel the need for comfort more than clarity. I don't need answers to every question that surfaced today. I don't need a plan for tomorrow. I simply need to know that I'm cared for, that I'm not facing life on my own. I ask for that reassurance to sink in slowly, the way warmth spreads when I finally relax. I notice how my breathing changes when I focus on this. Each breath feels deeper, less hurried. My shoulders drop a little more. I let my hands rest open instead of clenched. These small shifts feel like quiet signs of trust, like my body is learning what my mind is beginning to accept, that it's safe to let go. I ask you to hold the parts of me that feel tender tonight, the parts that feel unsure or worn down. I don't try to toughen them up or push them aside. I let them be what they are, trusting that your love doesn't recoil from weakness. Instead, it meets it with patience. As I lie here, I think about how often love in this world feels conditional or fleeting. Tonight, I rest in the thought that your love is steady, not dependent on my performance or mood. It doesn't flicker when I'm tired or distracted. That steadiness is what I need as I drift toward sleep. I ask that this quiet sense of being surrounded would stay with me through the night, not as something I have to consciously hold on to, but as something that gently holds me. Even as my thoughts fade and my awareness softens, I trust that your presence remains, watching over me in a calm, unintrusive way. I don't rush this moment. I let the feeling of being cared for sink in at its own pace. I imagine it wrapping around my thoughts, smoothing out the sharp edges. The room feels softer now, the darkness less heavy. I feel less alone, less responsible for keeping everything together. As my eyelids grow heavier, I rest in this simple request to be surrounded by quiet love, nothing more, nothing less. And as I breathe slowly in and out, I let that love do its gentle work, easing me toward rest, one calm moment at a time. God, I'm ready to let go of today. Not because everything is resolved, but because I trust you enough to set it down. I think back over the hours that led me here, and instead of replaying them in detail, I allow them to blur and soften. The sharp moments lose their edges. The unfinished pieces no longer demand my attention. Tonight, I give myself permission to stop carrying them. I imagine placing the day in your hands, the way I might set something fragile on a steady surface. I don't throw it away or pretend it didn't matter. I simply release my grip. I trust that you can hold it better than I can, without dropping anything important. There were moments today when I tried to control outcomes, to manage impressions, to stay one step ahead of problems. That effort left me tired. As I lie here now, I acknowledge that exhaustion and choose a different posture. Instead of striving, I rest. Instead of gripping, I open my hands. This quiet trust feels unfamiliar but welcome. I let go of the words I wish I had said differently. I let go of the moments that didn't go as planned. I let go of the pressure to be more, do more, fix more. None of that needs my attention right now. The night offers a pause, and I accept it gratefully. I notice how my body responds when I stop replaying the day. My breathing deepens. My jaw relaxes. There's a subtle sense of relief, like I've stepped out of a noisy room into a calm hallway. I stay there for a moment, enjoying the quiet. Trust doesn't feel dramatic tonight. It feels small and practical, like choosing to rest instead of worry, like allowing sleep to come without resisting it. I don't need to feel brave or confident. I just need to be willing to let go, even if only for a few hours. I remind myself that tomorrow doesn't need my attention yet. It will arrive on its own, whether I stay awake worrying or not. Tonight is for rest. Tonight is for letting my mind and body reset. I trust that you are already present in whatever comes next, so I don't have to rush ahead. As I release the day, I feel a gentle emptiness open up inside me. Not a hollow one, but a spacious one. There's room to breathe here, room to rest, room to simply exist without expectation. I settle into that space, letting it cradle me. I don't force sleep, I just allow myself to drift, trusting that rest will come when it's ready. I stay in this posture of letting go, of quiet trust, knowing that I don't have to hold everything together. For now, it's enough to rest in your care, with the day behind me and the night gently carrying me forward. God, as everything grows quieter inside me, I become more aware of your presence. It feels closer now, not in a loud or overwhelming way, but in the same intimate rhythm as my breathing. Each inhale feels like a reminder that I'm sustained. Each exhale feels like a release into safety. You feel nearer than the thoughts that are slowly fading. I don't see or hear anything extraordinary. There's no sudden change in the room. And yet, there's a deep sense of companionship that settles in. It's like knowing someone is sitting beside me, not needing to speak, just staying. That quiet closeness brings a calm I can't manufacture on my own. I notice how my awareness shifts from my thoughts to my body. The gentle rise and fall of my chest, the warmth beneath the blanket, the way my head rests against the pillow. In these simple sensations, I feel grounded, present, held. Your nearness feels woven into these ordinary details. I think about how breath has been described as a gift, a steady reminder of life. Tonight, that feels especially true. With every breath, I feel a little more anchored, a little less scattered. It's comforting to think that you are closer than my next inhale, closer than the quietest part of my mind. I don't need to reach for you. I don't need to call out. You're already here. That realization softens something deep within me. It tells me that even when I'm unaware, even when I'm asleep, your presence doesn't drift away. It stays, steady and watchful. As my thoughts slow, I let myself rest in that closeness. I don't analyze it or try to hold on to it too tightly. I simply allow it to be. The night feels less empty and more alive with gentle care. The silence feels companionable instead of lonely. I imagine this closeness continuing through the night, not as something that keeps me awake, but as something that allows me to sleep more deeply. Knowing I'm not alone makes it easier to let my guard down completely. I don't have to stay alert. I don't have to listen for danger. I can rest. There's a quiet comfort in trusting that you are present in every moment, even the ones I'm not conscious of, even when my thoughts wander into dreams or fade into nothing at all. That trust settles into me like a deep, steady warmth. I linger in this awareness for a few more breaths, letting it sink in without effort. Your presence feels like a constant, gentle backdrop, supporting me without demanding attention. And as my eyelids grow heavier, I carry this sense of closeness with me, letting it guide me gently toward sleep. God, I feel myself drifting now. My thoughts are slower, softer, like they're dissolving into the quiet. I no longer feel the need to hold on to words or ideas. The night is doing its work, and I'm ready to rest fully. I trust this moment, and I trust you. As sleep approaches, there's a sense of being cared for that lingers in the background. It's subtle, but steady. I feel safe enough to let go of awareness, to sink into rest without fear. The bed supports me. The room is calm. Your love feels constant. I don't try to stay awake. I don't resist the heaviness in my eyes. I welcome it. Each slow breath carries me deeper into relaxation. My body knows what to do. My mind follows, gently releasing its grip. There's a quiet comfort in knowing that I'm loved without needing to do anything to earn it. That love doesn't turn off when I fall asleep. It stays, guarding the night, surrounding me with peace. That thought makes it easier to drift. I let my thoughts fade into simple sensations: warmth, stillness, breath. Everything else feels distant and unimportant. I'm not concerned with tomorrow or yesterday. I'm here, on the edge of sleep, held in quiet care. As I slip further into rest, there's a sense of trust that settles over me completely. Whatever comes, I'm not alone. Whatever waits beyond this night, I'm already loved. That knowledge wraps around me, gentle and reassuring. The room grows dimmer in my awareness. Sounds soften. My breathing slows even more. I feel myself sinking into the bed, into rest, into peace. There's nothing left to say, nothing left to hold. I drift into sleep, knowing I am safe, known and loved, resting quietly in that truth as the night carries me into deep, gentle rest. All this I asked in Jesus' name. Amen.